Okay, just recently on the Breakfast Club, Royce the 5'9" said something about you bringing a bad deal to the table or something of that nature. Um, can you tell me what's the backstory with that? Like what he's talking about?
I mean, we just did an album, me and Joel Ortiz, called The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? Where we just musically told the story of the group's rise and fall from our own perspective. We kind of just wanted to talk to the fans of Slaughterhouse. It was an album made to talk directly to the fans. Okay, um, the other two members, they didn't like that, which we knew they wouldn't. We anticipated that, but before we did that album, I came to the table with a deal for Slaughterhouse. Now, keep in mind, it's 2022. The last official Slaughterhouse album came out in 2012. That's 10 years ago. So, if you're going to do anything with the brand, I would think that you would do it before 10 years pass. If you let a brand just sit for 10 years, I don't think you care about it. And I tried a lot, to get the group back together. Blind loyalty, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the guys back together. Let's get the band back together. All that. That was my energy. You feel me? And it was just blind loyalty to friendships, and you know what I mean. I couldn't get the picture. I wasn't able to fully see the picture that this wasn't never gonna happen again. You know what I mean? And that there were clues, but like I said, loyalty and friendship will make you turn a blind eye to the clues and the hints if you allow it to. You know? So I brought a deal to the table to call everybody bluff. Okay, y'all keep saying. First, Joe Budden. He said, "Yo, if we get off Shady Records, because he was having some disagreements in the public with Shady Records. If we get off Shady Records as a group, we get an official release. I'll come out of retirement and rap with the group," which I didn't. I never believed that, but he said it. So I said, "All right, cool." We all put in for the attorney. We got an official release from Shady Records. You know what I'm saying? Shady didn't try to hold us back or tell us, you owe us this amount of money and all that. You know what I'm saying? I think M and Paul Rosenberg were very gracious. You know what I'm saying? I think, it just didn't work. So we got out of the deal. About a year and some change passed. Crickets. I thought y'all said if we get out of the record deal, y'all go back in and make some Slaughterhouse music. We got fans sitting there asking us about music every single day. I can't even fucking tweet without them asking me about music. I can't post nothing on Facebook or Instagram without them asking me for music. Where y'all at with this? Oh man, we just gotta find the time to get together. Yeah, I've been hearing that for 10 years. So I decided to call it bluff, man, and I went and found a great deal. A great deal. You know what I'm saying? One album deal. Okay? Ownership of masters. 7-figure advance. Not a 360. You know what I mean? We own all our merch rights, concert rights, our likeness and image. One album, 7-figure advance, ownership of masters. Nowhere near a 360. And I even got it in a channel because one of the members was having some issues with one of the big five distribution companies. I got the deal through a channel that was outside of that particular company. So they couldn't come in and do anything and try to strong arm anything. This is a whole new channel where I got this deal at. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't want to do it. To Royce and Joe, Joe like that. I don't want to do it. I don't like it. Well, what do you don't like about it? He wouldn't even give me a phone call to tell me what he didn't like about it. He wouldn't pick up the phone and call me. So you know what I did? I went on Twitter and I let our fans know, yo, I'm giving Slaughterhouse 48 hours to call me about a deal. If they don't call me, I'm never trying to do this shit again. I just put it in the public real quick so they could understand the gravity of this and so people could see it play out in real time. And I got a phone call from Royce. I got a phone call from Joel Ortiz, but Joe was still not calling because Joe, I guess he felt like, and this later on this came out. Crook always coming around with a deal. You know, my whole thing was either shit or get off the pot. Here's the deal. All we got to do is go rap 11 times on the song. Everybody walk away with some money. Fans walk away with some good art. And we close the chapter on this whole shit. Joe didn't want to do it. Royce didn't want to do it without Joe. The end. It's not even complicated. So once that went down, I came back to the table to Royce and say, yo, I went back up there. We could do a 3-man Slaughterhouse, just me, you, and Joel, since Joe is retired. Royce didn't want to do it. It's not Slaughterhouse without all 4. Okay, I feel you. You know, and that was the last time that I would ever speak on that type of shit ever happening again. Me and Joel went inside this booth and we start telling our truths. And we was living in our truth. And the other 2 reacted to it as if we went in there and did no Vaseline, bomb first, hit them up, and ether. That's how they reacted to it. So now, that album came out, I think, sometime in March or something like that. I don't know. And then now, you know, he has a greatest hits album that he's promoting. And he's making his rounds. And, you know, he stopped at the Breakfast Club. And he said, yo, Crook brought a bad deal to the table. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't want to do it. And then I heard his manager say, you being nice, man. He brought a real fucked up deal to the table or something in that order. You know, and his manager wasn't even there because him and Royce weren't even working together at the time. So how do you know what the deal is, my brother Keno? You don't know, my brother. So I get it. You got to stick your neck out for your man. Y'all working together again, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And then, yo, I didn't do a bad deal. So my only problem with that is you can say whatever you want to say, right? It's a free country. But don't attack my business reputation because I'm currently out here doing business. And if you're willing to get on a platform as big as the Breakfast Club and say stuff like that attacks or could possibly harm my business reputation, are you willing to go into those offices where you got some juice and pull and say that type of shit? Are you willing to? What are you whispering about throughout this industry? Because I do A1 business. I'm transparent. I make sure everybody eat. If I bring something to the table, I'm making sure that it's a win-win for everybody. And I mean the people who are involved on the investment side, or if I'm involved on the investment side, I want everybody to walk away happy, period. That way we could do some more business later. You know what I'm saying? So I never bring a bad deal to the table. And it was just, you know, it's unfortunate. But, hey, when you're out there on the promo run, people going to ask you questions. I opened the door for that when I dropped Rise and Fall to Slaughterhouse, you know. I knew that was coming. You feel me? So I ain't too much tripping. But, yeah, Charlemagne was, you know, he saw what it was. Charlemagne was like, yo, Joe wasn't going to rap. And then, you know, everybody know Joe ain't gonna rap. I just wish Royce would figure that out.